welcome to my Mind in My World. My name is Justine Herving, also known as Creative Chameleon, and before I start this video, please like and subscribe, as my magic is always brewed with a little bit of support. And if you aren't already, please follow me on Instagram at Creative Chameleon as well, for I do magical things over there too. So we're just gonna jump right into the. You guys are probably all like, oh my god, who's this chick? Like, what's she doing up here? And I just want to let you know that this is officially my first ever YouTube video and YouTube channel. I have been pushing this off for so long, it's ridiculous. And finally we're here. And you're probably like, okay girl, everybody does this. This is nothing new. And I just want to let you know that I'm not like everybody. So I am here to kind of like create a new niche and create a new kind of like obtainability for my kind of content. I am someone who is really into sustainable living, waste-free kind of living, upcycling what you already have when it comes to makeup as well as clothing. And I am pretty much just gonna base my content around all of that, like just kind of like being able to get the same looks, the same styles without breaking the bank. So I'm not gonna try to promote too much fast fashion on this channel. I do shop at Shein here and there and Zaful, but I want to do my best to try to take what I already have and take things that are from department stores at lower ends, vice versa, all of that jazz. Just so that the people that are coming on here and looking at my channel are able to obtain that same quality and that same kind of look. So that's pretty much what is going to be happening. I am encouraging the underdogs and the outcasts to feel like this is a safe space with someone who's preppy. They wear a lot of stripes, they're wearing a lot of like pastel colors, a lot of like romantic shirts, all of that, but you can always add that in and make it a little bit more rock, like add a corset to the romantic top and then maybe do like some like ripped jeans or something. There's always ways to kind of like up your style by including those aesthetics that you haven't actually put in, and that is why I'm creating this channel, to show you those ways and to show you those kind of like options and show you how I create them and how you can kind of like go off of that, you know what I'm saying? She's not really just for one aesthetic, she's for this aesthetic as well, and that is where my creation for the name Creative Chameleon came to. I just was like one of those people who wasn't really finding my niche when it came to clothing. I always found myself like dabbling or mixing in different like aesthetics, just because I feel like fashion is just more than just one thing. You can like find yourself like kind of like, I don't know, involving into these other like looks and stuff, because they can easily be morphed into one. So I am clearly African American and plus size, so I want to kind of like gear towards that heavily. Obviously, that is going to be my main kind of focus. There are not a lot of plus size black women on YouTube who kind of like expand on different like aesthetics when it comes to clothing. There's always like such a stippling of like one kind of clothing, or not one kind of clothing, but one kind of aesthetic that they stick to, whether it's classic, cool, preppy. But I don't see a lot of us kind of like dwelling into more like dressing like how people in the 80s would dress, or like kind of interpreting things from the 40s or 50s into our clothing right now, like pulling decades and kind of like mixing those in, as well as those aesthetics. It becomes such a stereotype when it comes to like, I feel like demographics, how certain people dress versus other people dressing, and I kind of want to break down those barriers and like morph them into one, because I feel like a lot of the times plus size women feel like, oh, I can't like wear really like nice like preppy clothing, I can't be preppy or girly, you know, because of how heavy I am or how big I am. And I'm here to tell you that that is not a thing. That is far from what this channel will be. We will be diving in on everything, from swimsuits, from lingerie, from like anything. Things that you do not see plus size women doing is what I'm going to be doing, because I think it is time for us to break more barriers when it comes to that. And that is why I'm creating this channel, and that is what the content I'm going to be putting towards. So I hope that you guys understand kind of like my goal and what I want to do. I am going to vow to always be open and honest with you guys about everything that I get, everything that I receive, everything that I kind of like show you guys on this channel, just because I am a very honest person and I want to be able to make this kind of like a relationship. Obviously I'm on screen and I won't be able to see every single one of you guys or speak to every single one of you, but I do want you to know that I hear you, I see you, and I am obviously going to do my best to give what you want. So like, feel free to be constructive with anything that I put out. I always take criticism. It has to be constructive, guys. Don't get into that troll kind of vibe where you're like just dragging me and stuff. It's just, I'm not going to take it. I'm not one of those people that's going to engage. So if you do want to speak with me and talk to me and give me those ideas and critique me on things that I've done, feel free. I promise you, I am all about the glow up, you know, like help me and I help you, you know, like this is a friendship right here. Like you got to give some to get some, you know what I mean? Alright guys, so now that I've clearly talked your ear off about like what I'm going to do with my page and all of this, I'm just going to jump right in and kind of just explain who I am and stuff, and then we can just be done with this video. I am someone who is really into just getting to the point, not really dragging stuff out, because we all have lives and we are that culture where it is like one and done, one and done. No one's got time to be sitting here, maybe for a vlog, maybe for a trip, but if I'm just introducing myself, we're just gonna get into it. So, as I said before, my name is Justine Herveen. I am 26 years old and I live in the DMV area, predominantly DC, but I have like moved up and down the region, so that's why I include it. It's not by choice, and I don't mean to throw shade on people who are like all for DMV, love DC, love Maryland, love Virginia, but I was born in San Diego and it's kind of like indwelled in me to have that West Coast kind of heart and vibe, and obviously I'm not on that side of the world, but I'll get there. Like, don't think that this is the only stop. So I have been in a relationship for like 3.5 years with my boyfriend Aleko, and we own 2 cats. I have a brown tabby cat named Mr. B and a black cat named Louie, and we adopted them from 2 different people, just people who didn't want them anymore, and we're kind of gonna give them away or put them in shelters. So I'm a big advocate for adoption and for like animal safety. Alright, so I want to jump right into astrology, because that is also something that I didn't mention for my channel, that I'll like kind of throw in, like sprinkle in here and there, because it's not going to be like the main focus of my channel. But I'm very into astrology and the signs and all of that, spirituality, blah blah blah, and I just want to like throw out my chart so everyone knows, and maybe like we can like connect on certain levels and, you know, like become this whole family. And if you've gotten to this part or you're watching this part, comment down below your signs, your rising, your moon, and your sun, and then we can kind of like compare and like see how many of these crazy people are out here. But if you don't know your like moon and your rising, just go on a few websites. I'll link some down below for you guys. There's one called CoStar. There's a few other. You can go on Google and like put in your charts. But for your rising, you do have to know the day, not the date, the time that you were born. but for the moon and your sun, you can just kind of put in when you were born and the day and all of that. Like, you don't need to know the time. So yeah, so my signs are, I am a rising Scorpio and a sun Scorpio, and then my moon is Gemini. So for those astrology people who are out there, I am a lot. I'm like a walking contradiction because I'm a double Scorpio, there's so much like inclusion that I want and like isolation that I like crave, but then there's like moments where I'm like, I want to talk and I want to be chatty and hang out with people, and I think that's when like the Gemini moon like starts to like push out and it's like, people call me. But like, it's sometimes hard because I'm like, what's it called when you're like, I think it's an ambivert, when you're like introvert and extrovert, where you're like both of the same. So I consider myself to be that. Maybe that's because of my astrology chart, but yeah, that's who I am. And then I don't know what else to add in here. I feel like it's like that time when you go to like high school or your first day of school and there's like, everyone introduce themselves and tell them an interesting fact about you, and I'm just like, I like anime. It's like, okay, but yeah, I'm into anime. I am plant-based. I do occasionally eat some like seafood. I stick to tuna and salmon only, and then I do incorporate like an egg here and there. I used to be vegan, but I like switched off. No shade. I don't have time for people to be coming at me who are vegan, or people who are like, well, why aren't you? Just know that I used to be and now I ain't. And I also want to throw out that this will be a judgment-free zone. There's no judging in here, no judging in the comments, no judging at me, and I won't judge you guys, you know? Like, this is a fair thing. Like, we need to like work on this like equality for all. But I am the youngest of 4. I'm kind of impartial to that fact just because being the youngest can be good and bad, and I think I just like experience different levels at different moments in my life. So there's that. I don't know like what else I have to say about myself. Like, I'm really not that interesting. Oh, like, I guess my dreads, I've been like dreading for like, I'd say like, let's say a few years. A few years is not like, it's so big. Like almost 2.5. I'm not sure, guys. Like, this is one of those things about me where like there's like moments in my life where I'm like, are these important enough to remember? And like the dread anniversary, you know, people are always like, oh my god, my luck anniversary. Yeah, so I've been doing this. They were black obviously at first, as you can see the roots. I dyed and bleached my hair to get it to this. I had dyed it, I think I bleached it first, like a little, and then that didn't look cute, and I let it like sit for a little because I used to like mess up my hair when it was natural, so I learned and I waited. And then I dyed it blue, and I did the Manic Panic dye, which is phenomenal, and then I used Adore like products. So like if you're hearing about it, or if you care enough to like want to know, those are like literally like clutch products, and they're really cheap and affordable too. And you know, obviously animal cruelty, because I do not promote any products that test on animals that aren't animal cruelty. I am plant-based. Just because I'm not vegan does not mean I don't care an extent to that. So thank you guys for sticking with me. If you did stick to the end of this video, I appreciate it. I hope that it wasn't too long. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, also let me know. If not, just like comment and give me any kind of like suggestions for any future videos that I'm doing. Obviously I have a list, and like I'm going to process and keep going through this, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to say. I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks, I appreciate it.